Hello, hello, Alden Alternate here with the amazing Christiane V, coming to you with day 1 of 5 of the Global Good News Challenge for May 2021. Can you believe it's May already, Christiane?
Absolutely crazy, really. It's gone so fast. Like it's nearly the middle of the year, in fact. So it's
Insane.
really drifting the way the time is.
Yes, it's been going really fast. So, however, we are here to celebrate life, regardless of how fast it goes sometimes and how much we pack in. We must be having a good time if life is going really fast, right?
I'd say so. We're creating our good time, right?
Yes.
You got to create everything that you want.
Yes, absolutely. And the Global Good News Challenge, for those who don't know, is something I started during COVID because I got sick of seeing all the negative news out there. And you might be like myself, where you've just had quite enough, thank you very much, of all the negative news around COVID and around everything else that we cannot control out there. And I believe that the world needs more good news. And so this
Absolutely.
So this is a way that we can lift the energy on the planet. We can help decrease depression, anxiety, and suicide rates, which is something very close to my heart because I have had depression and I've had 4 friends by the age of 45 take their own lives. And the stats are about 1 million people a year worldwide take their own lives, and that number has gone up even more now with COVID. So the Global Good News Challenge is something that you can get involved in if you also are sick of the negative news out there, because the fact of the matter is now, this is a stat for you, out of the 7.8 billion people on the planet, there are now 3.8 billion active social media users. What that means is that journalists now are looking to social media every single day for story ideas, and there's a lot of good news channels and networks and outlets that are opening up now online. So there is a lot of good news out there when you choose to look for it, and you can actually help create it as well. So the way it goes is you just do a Facebook Live for however many days that the challenge goes for each month. So for May, we have a 5-day one starting today. You can actually start at any time between today and the 7th of May. So between the 3rd and the 7th of May, wherever you are in the world, you can start 5 consecutive days of Facebook Lives anytime in that period. And all you do is you just share your name, what you do, 3 things you're grateful for, and a piece of good news. And then make sure you hashtag Global Good News Challenge. You can do it on your personal profile on Facebook, or you can do it in the Loving Life group. And all the details on how to participate are pinned to the top of the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page. So you can see it all there. So Christiane, would you like to go first with your Good News Challenge for today?
Yeah, of course. Okay, my name is Christiane V, and I'm doing the first one for May with Aldwin, which is a lot of fun. I mean, it's a bit late, but we have committed to take it on and start it today together because we spent the day together, which was really fabulous. So what I do, I help women over 50 get, try to get their health back and work on their health. Really, so if we want to live longer, obviously we want to have a healthy life. So have them to look at their health, regain their health, and get back to their ideal weight, whatever is comfortable with for them, and also live a life full of energy and vitality. And I have 3 things I'm grateful for. Today, I've spent most of my afternoon with Aldrin and her parents. It's been a very relaxed day, and it was so amazing listening to her dad talking about his challenges while he was growing up in Europe with all the upheaval that people have experienced in the past. There's so much that we don't know. And so it was fascinating having talk about that and how what he went. We were talking about bullying, and he was sharing how he survived it very smartly. So I was really fascinated by that. So yes, first thing, I was very grateful to spend time with Aldwin and her parents, and we had a beautiful day. So also, I haven't watched a movie for quite some time. I don't watch TV, and today and last couple of days, I've actually watched 4 movies, and I think three of them actually on my computer, actually, because I haven't got a DVD. And today we enjoyed 2 good movies. And I think with the movies, although there's a lot of things that we can see in movies that are created, and we look at the messages, and I think the messages that I got from these 2 movies, they were very action packed. I really love action packed movies. And but then it's just to get the actually the theme or the message. So they had good messages through them. So the third thing that I'm grateful for is that I love cooking, and I love cooking simply, and I enjoy cooking for myself. So I'm very grateful that I can do that, and that helped me also keep tab of my weight. And so I'm grateful to be able to enjoy beautiful food, but at the same time, really make sure I eat healthily. So these are the 3 things that I'm grateful for. And the piece of good news that I have is, well, despite all the control, oh, actually, well, I'd say like all the challenging time that COVID had presented to us, I think a lot of people have been able to find some positives out of it. And it's probably shaken us a little bit, but probably in a good way. And I think a lot of us have found gems within ourselves, and we've had time to look within ourselves and have time to spend time with people we love. So I think we always have the message today is just find something good in everything that happens to you. And on the surface, life is an illusion, and sometimes we probably focus more on the bad things. So the idea is to actually focus on the good things and keep raising our vibration. And that helps not only ourselves, but also the planet. So to you, Audrey, what would you like to share?
Love that. Thank you, Christiane. In the 2 movies we saw today at the Star Casino, we saw the first one was called Nobody, which was a fascinating movie about a nobody kind of guy who ends up taking on the Russian mafia and does an amazing job of it, mind you, with his father and another friend at the end. It was phenomenal. And then the second movie was called Crisis, and that was fascinating about the corruption that happens in the pharmaceutical industry, and also about opiate drugs and how they kill 100,000 people a year, and that number is going up 20% every year of people, a lot of times teenagers that are dying from taking pills that they don't know what's in these pills, and it can be really toxic. So it was a really good movie about, and showing a scientist who was standing for truth and how he was put down for that. And in fact, how the Federal Drug Administration actually, were basically, they're kind of getting threatening, as well as in his school was getting very threatening. And he just wanted to stand for the truth. He said, I'm a scientist, I stand for the truth. And it kind of makes you think, well, how often have people been shut down who have been wanting to speak the truth over time? And, because of money and because of, pharmaceutical companies particularly are known for this, for being, very toxic, let's say, very toxic in the way they operate. And, a lot of these pills, people become reliant on them and often end up dying or having severe side effects. So,
But what we also saw within this movie, people who stood their grounds for whatever was right for humanity.
Absolutely. And, we won't give too much away, but they're both great movies. And there was a bit of blood and guts and a bit of violence in there. However, they're both really, really great movies. And I was on the edge of my seat the whole time for both of them. So that was a nice bit of time out and time to reflect on life. So my good news challenge for today, and hello, Malak. Nice to see you there. How are you, sweet? He says, we're very good. Thank you. Very good. Thank you, Malak. Where are you coming to us from? And if you're watching this right now, whereabouts are you? And what are you grateful for today? Love to hear from you in the chat. Okay, my good news challenge. Hi, I'm Aldwyn Alternay, also known as the Media Queen. What I do is I help people get their message to the masses using online and offline media. 3 things I'm grateful for today is I'm grateful for you, Christiane. It's been lovely hanging out with you as always. It's always great spending time with you. And, you really are like part of our family now.
Thank you.
As well as our other lovely friend Liz, who we hung out with today as well. So it was really wonderful to have some nice family time with my beautiful parents as well. Very grateful for my parents who come down from Bribie Island on most Mondays, and I take a day off and hang out with my folks. Monday is my family day, and I go to the movies, and in between a little bit of work here and there. There's always a bit of work in between. So very grateful for my beautiful parents and just amazing family that I have all around the world. And I'm grateful for my health as well. I'm so grateful. Every day on the planet is such a blessing. And every day there is so much to be grateful for.
Absolutely.
And I'm grateful for a calendar that I have every day, that I change the pictures around every day and appreciate the beauty of the world around us. Whether we can travel or can't travel now, you can always look at pictures of different parts of the world or look at videos. There's plenty online that you can appreciate. Fantastic documentaries, etc. David Attenborough is always fantastic if you want to really get inspiration about how beautiful the world is. If you ever forget or find yourself in whinging mode at any point, then put on a David Attenborough documentary and you'll soon realise what an amazing world it is. So there are a few things I'm grateful for. I could keep going because I'm just so grateful for so much. Grateful for all the compilation books I'm in. Undefeated is a recent one. And today I was just editing my chapter for a Feminescence book, which is coming out soon too. So I love compilation books. Very grateful for the people that put those together. Another one called Radiant I'm coming out in as well. So a few more compilation books where I'm sharing chapters. And my good news for today, actually, I have a few bits of good news as well. And you're welcome with the good news challenge to go on with a few bits of good news. Most people do this challenge in about 1 to 3 minutes. I tend to ramble on a little bit more because there's always lots I'm grateful for and lots of good news to share. Now, one bit of good news I'd like to say, and I'm very grateful for Chris Howard, who is an amazing person out of America, as one of the original NLP trainers. And he did a Breakthrough to Success event over the last 3 days, and I found that extraordinary. I did the event 15 to 20 years ago. I did half of the event in Brisbane when there were about 2,000 people at the Brisbane Convention Centre. And at the time, I couldn't finish the event because I had 2 other functions on. I was doing photography work at functions in Brisbane on the Friday and Saturday night. So I actually attended half of both those events. And it was really great to complete a whole one and to do it online with people from all over the world. So I found that a brilliant event. And I love one of the processes that we went through today. Chris said, "You are the light, and the light is you. You are the universe, and the universe is you." Beautiful. I thought that was just so powerful, and we often don't get how powerful we are as human beings. And there was a lot of discussion around, be committed to something, and then don't worry about how something is going to happen. Just put your goals out there and be really clear on what you want. Feel it, see yourself in it. And don't worry about the how, because when you put out an intention, then the reticular activating system or the subconscious goes to work and creates magic, right? Magic can happen and magic does happen all the time. And you can create an amazing future for yourself. So I'm very grateful for Chris Howard and the Breakthrough to Success program, which we just did. My good news is, of course, the Global Good News Challenge has started for May, and it's fantastic to see a few people do the Good News Challenge so far. A great one today from Michelle Lee and from Jonathan Hart as well. Thank you so much to our Good News Crusaders out there, and for everyone else who does one. If you do a Good News Challenge, we will share your challenge onto the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page and to our group. And we will also add you to the group as well, the Global Good News Challenge group. Okay, so we'd love to keep sharing that good news around. The other good news I have is that on Thursday this week, on May 6th, we have the next Mass Media Tribe meetup, and it's called Access Super Consciousness for Media Success, which will be fantastic, with Donna Marie Willett-Flockhart. So that'll be fantastic. Mass Media Tribe, if you want to find out more, just go to the group on Facebook or Meetup, Mass Media Tribe. Look that one up. So that's on Thursday. The other bit of good news, it's a free 2-hour event from 6 till 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So there's just a few bits of good news. And what else is some good news today, Christiane? I've got any other good news to share?
Well, I think most good news come when we have a very good mindset and being able to create something really amazing that not only benefit us, but also everybody around us. Yes. And I think today, with being able to share with Aldrin, her friend, her parents, I think that was very positive. You know, we like to keep our vibration really high and sharing, some good news, sharing something about ourselves and enjoy a good meal together. And, it was a fabulous evening. Very quiet and slow paced and relaxing. And apart from working, we really want to relax and take it easy. And that was the best way to do it.
Yes. And often the simple things in life are often the best, right? And
absolutely.
And remember too, things can always be worse. And when we hear of stories from, our family and, people from Europe, or people who've been through different world wars, I mean, things can always be worse, right? We don't think about what some people went through during the war. I mean, it must have been absolutely horrendous, and in a way, COVID is kind of like a silent war. However, there's no, bombs going off or, people running for their lives. I guess not quite. I mean, they're maybe hiding for their lives at the moment, but not running for their lives. So, it's important during this time to be grateful. And in line with that, actually, I did a great interview with Michelle Lee. We had a great chat about the power of gratitude and good news, which was organised by the Youth United Council of India. And that is premiering right now on YouTube. In fact, I shared the link onto my Facebook, so you can check that out if you want to see an hour of how powerful gratitude and good news is. And I've shared some scientific research about how it improves your health and makes you live longer and all sorts of things. It helps you sleep better, makes you more attractive if you are grateful. So here's to more good news crusaders out there. And, my goal is to have 1,000 people do the Global Good News Challenge across the world by the 8th of the 8th this year, which is the 4th annual Good News Day.
I'd like to mention also, Aldrin, about all the lives that are being lost in India through this through COVID or whatever is happening in the world. The virus has actually taken many lives in India. So we really have to keep sharing the good news, but also really remembering that all these people, they're suffering, and being aware as humans, we do really think about them and pray for them and really feel that, we are really blessed with being safe. And so we have to help those who are still around and for us to create a better world out of this.
Yes. I think compassion is important.
Compassion.
And I think also, do your own research with everything you hear in the mainstream media as well, because, I would say there's quite a bit of false information going around as well. So do your own research when it comes to things like vaccinations. We know some people are dying from those vaccinations at the moment. So be very careful when you look to do that, and just be aware that there will be side effects potentially from any kind of vaccination that you might take. So do your due diligence, find out what's in the vaccinations, if you could be allergic to it, or, ask questions, right? Don't just believe everything you're told in the mass media particularly. And having worked as a journalist, I can tell you there are hidden agendas in the media. So do your own research when it comes to that.
But at the same time, we have to stick together and we have to be compassionate with each other and really collaborate and really, come together through this difficult time for so many people around the world and stand for our rights as well.
Yes. And be compassionate and kind to others, because, the powers that be want to divide and rule. They want people living in fear, whether you believe it or not. They don't all have our best interests at heart, right? So it is about the power of the people, the power of the
Absolutely.
people. Do not rely on politicians to have your back and to have your best interests at heart. Of course, there are some great politicians out there, but traditionally in history, there's been a lot of corrupt politicians, a lot of corrupt people in government, and a lot of ulterior motives going on behind the scenes. So always do your due diligence, and as individuals, as people, as the people, power to the people, and here's to us becoming more aware by doing our own research in the mass media, not necessarily what you're going to see on your TV news, right? So here's to creating more good news out there and to raising more awareness about what's going on. And Neem, hello Neem, good to see you there. God bless you all. God bless you too. Thank you very much. And where are you joining us from? What are you grateful for today? Just pop into the chat wherever you're watching this, if it's on Media Queen TV or on Facebook. Just let us know where you're from and what are you grateful for today. All right, well, it has just gone midnight on day one, on the 3rd of May here on the Gold Coast in Australia. It's been a pleasure to be with you today. Do you have any final words for us today, Christiane?
My final word is just like live in peace, look out for each other, and be grateful for everything that you have. As little as it is, we are very grateful for everything that comes our way every single day.
Absolutely. And this is from Rabina, courtesy of Rabina Pavilion. Be the reason someone smiles today. Be the reason someone smiles today. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you to Rabina Pavilion for these amazing coasters. Be the reason someone smiles today. There you go. You can make a difference. And in fact, everything you do makes a difference. You're either lifting the energy up when you come into a room or you're bringing it down. So here's to you lifting your own energy and lifting those around you. And if you really want to lift your energy, then participate in the Global Good News Challenge. It's absolutely free. Just share gratitude. It's very powerful when you share gratitude. You feel really good. I always find when I do a Good News Challenge, I feel really good at the end of it.
Absolutely.
You just feel good. I mean, it's one thing writing down what you're grateful for, thinking about it. When you actually speak it out, it is incredibly powerful when you share the love. Share the love. Talking of love, I have my love heart.
Share the love.
Share the love. All my loving, I will say to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. And sing and dance. Doesn't matter if it's out of tune, who cares? Just enjoy life, right? So much to be celebrated. Neem says, please pray for us. Okay, I pray for you, Neem. We pray for you. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you for day 2 of 5 of the May Global Good News Challenge tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye.